at Live with Blitsy. I'm back, Katie's back, and we actually have a special guest today, Heidi.
Hey everybody.
Hi Heidi, thanks for joining us today. Some of you guys may recognize Heidi because way back a few months ago when we started Live with Blitsy, she was here doing some videos with us and we had her join us here live on Blitsy. But now she is going to be more of a regular staple, coming at least once a month to join us here on Live with Blitsy, and she's our yarn correspondent, so everything yarn. So can you tell us a little bit what to expect from you at Blitsy?
Yeah, so as the yarn correspondent, I'll be bringing you all things yarn, and this scarf that I've got here is a beginner scarf project that I'm going to shoot tutorials for today.
Love that scarf.
And this is literally just garter stitch, which is known as the first stitch you ever learn in knitting, and all it is the same thing back and forth for a whole scarf. I can even put it on to show you.
So you're saying I could do this?
You could do it.
I love it. I love the
Wow.
stitch. Yeah, that is so pretty.
It's so pretty. I would buy this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like the fact that like the stitch is an easy stitch, it's such a pretty stitch too. So it's like a win-win, right? Like beginner for beginners, it's easy and it looks really, really pretty.
So this is what you're filming today?
Yeah. Yep. And then what's great about the garter stitch is it's not only the first stitch you learn when you knit, but it's also something that you're seeing a lot in stores, like in garments that you buy. So you can do this yourself. It's really easy, and I'll show you guys how to do it. And then this fringe is super easy and a really simple way to add a little color to your project. So super fun.
So much talent.
Yay! So I can't wait to see everything as we kind of step up our game in the knitting and crochet categories and all of that. We're going to have someone who's bringing the content who has been doing this for how long? You're
20 years.
Wow.
And I'm 28, so I
Since
started
you were
when I was
8 years
little.
old. Wow.
You're like, I got this. You're like, we got this.
Well, it was more that my grandma was like, you're a very excitable child. You should learn how to do knitting.
Use your hands for
Yeah.
something. Yeah. I love that.
Get the energy
out.
out.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, and speaking of some of the stuff I'm going to do, I wanted to ask you guys online, just in the comments, let us know like what you'd like to learn from knitting or crochet, arm knitting, crochet, like if you want to learn to make cowls or hats or mittens, just give me any sort of direction to go in and I'll take you there.
Perfect.
How about for left-handers? Is it a totally different...
It's like the mirror image. I can knit both right and left-handed because my grandma who taught me to knit and my mom are both left-handed, but my grandma knit right-handed, so I got both back
Very
and forth as a
interesting.
kid.
That is
so.
a really good question. I would never have thought that it'd be different, but you're right. Like it's, I would never. I would never.
I always have difficulty with everything because I'm left-handed, but I'm also strange because I do sports righty, but I write lefty and eat lefty, so it's very strange. But I've always wondered, like, if I tried to do this, would I be able to do it with my left hand? Because everyone kind of teaches righty.
That never crossed my mind, but that's a really valid point you make.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Heidi can teach the lefties out there as well. So.
Yeah.
Yes, and so Heidi is also part of the Blitsy creative team that we just launched yesterday with all of our new faces. There's some new guys and some oldies. I didn't want to call them oldies. Newbies and oldies.
You know what I mean.
Some familiar faces and some new faces. So if you didn't see that yesterday, check out the blog because we've got the creative team members all up there. Heidi, of course, will be a part of that, so you'll see a lot coming from her on the blog, some videos. She's local here in Chicago, so we get to steal her and have her come in every now and then. And you can also find her on her blog, which is called Hands Occupied. So make sure you check that out and make sure you're leaving the comments letting us know what you want to see more of from Heidi because she's all ears and we'll be putting that to use.
Awesome. Well, before we get started, do you want to check in with Emily, see what's going on over at chat? What's everyone up to?
Yeah, who's here today, Emily?
Hey guys. So a lot of people, sounds like we have some people who they are already crocheters or knitters. Some people are like, I crochet better than I knit. Some people want to learn. So it sounds like we've got a lot of great content coming your way so that we can really beef up this section. People are already sharing their suggestions of, oh, I want to learn to make, some people want to learn to just make like a hat or a scarf, and some people are like, I want to like get better at casting on and off. So it's a lot of great stuff. Keep sending it our way so that we can work with Heidi to develop the best content for you.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm glad you guys are excited. We're obviously very excited because I don't know how to knit or crochet, neither does Claudia, so we're super pumped to have someone on board that obviously has been doing this for 20
That
years.
lives this.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So Heidi just stepped out, but she is paying attention to all those comments, and we'll make sure we relay that to her and get all of that great content going for you.
And we do have a lot to share with you guys, but before we get started, I wanted to do a quick shout out and thank you. I actually came into the office yesterday and there was an envelope on my desk and I'm like, who's sending me, stuff in the mail here at Blitsy? So I open it and I want to do a quick overhead, Jen. I got this card in the mail from Jennifer Langton. Most of you probably know her as Doodle Pie 99. She sent me this card, which is amazing. So it came like this, but then it opens up like this box, and look how sweet
cool.
is that. Of course, baby girl and baby boy for my twins, and it says, thinking of you. Like, isn't that the most amazing thing? Look at that. So Jennifer, thank you so much.
That is so sweet.
Love my little card, and it definitely made my day, especially from being sick and coming back to the office and having a little happy mail there waiting for me. So thank you for this is probably the most amazing card I've ever received. So thank you so much.
Aw, yeah, it is amazing. I'd love to know what you used for that, because I don't even know if it's
Do
maybe
we sell this stuff?
Elizabeth Craft, maybe?
Maybe.
Like a pop-it-up? I don't know, but let us know if you're here what you used to make that, because it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So sweet. We love getting happy mail. So, all right. Now we'll move on to our first topic, which is the Create 365 Happy Planners. We have 3 of them today that are 68% off.
What?
So, literally huge steal. They are trying to get rid of them, I think, because now they're coming out with some new ones, but these ones are amazing because it started in July, but you get all the way through next December.
Oh, nice. So you still get the full year.
Yeah, so you still get the full year. We're only in January, so I'm just going to flip over to January. But there's a few different designs. There's Life is Beautiful.
Love that.
And the insides of each of these are slightly different. So this is the Life is Beautiful one. And when you open it up, you can kind of see that you've got the pink rings. Mm-hmm. The rings on this are what make the Happy Planner the Happy Planner. It's the disc-bound system, and everything can tear in and out. So you can completely customize what your Happy Planner looks like.
Love that.
So you can add lists and things. You can take out months that you're not using.
Which is nice for this, so if they obviously don't need last year, they can take it all out, and you still have a thin planner to add more stuff to.
That's what I've done. I take out the months previous so that I've got like a thinner one.
Yeah.
And then you've got your little monthly dashboard here with your goals and birthdays and things to think about. And then when you open it up, you have a 2-month spread for your monthly view. And then this one is kind of like a wood grain on it. Very I think that's kind of the same throughout for this planner, just different color scheme. And then when you go into the weekly layout, you've got your morning, afternoon, and evening to fill out. This is what I have found the easiest way for me to plan my day. Mm-hmm. I've done every which way. I've had every planner that you could imagine, but because of just the way that I think and the format of my day, this works very well for me.
I like that it's broken up by morning, afternoon, evening.
Yeah. So
nice.
Morning, afternoon, evening. And then there's cute little quotes here on the bottom as well. And you can decorate this as much as you want. You can just use it as a planner. Or you can use it as a memory keeper. Lots of great things that you can do.
We love Happy Planner.
We do. So again, that's what the inside of the Life is Beautiful looks like. And even the covers come off. So if you wanted to switch off your cover, you could do that and put it back on. It's nice laminated.
So many options to customize, I tell you what.
Exactly. And I think they're $7.99 today.
That is an amazing deal.
If you need one, because I don't think the newer ones come out for at least a couple more months. Yeah. So it's like, you need to get your planning on. Yeah. $7.99.
And I was saying, these would even be a great Mother's Day gift, right? So if you want to get them now, you can get, if you get one for your grandma, get one for your mom, get one for your friend, that's whatever.
For teachers, it's a great teacher gift too.
Yeah.
This one is the Everyday is a Gift, and it's kind of got this teal stripe with the gold foil on there. And let's see what the color scheme in here looks like. So this one's a little bit brighter. So you'll see you don't have that wood grain on here. You've got kind of the bright pops of color. A different kind of font for December. There you go. So a little bit bolder and brighter. Yeah. Then when you go into your weekly view, the same thing. You've got your morning, afternoon, and evening. Just kind of a bright pop of color for all of those. You've got a quote down here as well. Room for your notes and things. So same exact concept. You've got gold rings on this one. Just a little bit of a different look depending on which one that you like. Then the third one that we have on sale today, this is the one that I actually have. It's the gold dot. And this one is a little bit more plain, I would say,
Yeah.
which I liked. A little bit more neutral, so you can do whatever you want. But again, you've got some nice bold colors for the top here. And that's why I like it's just like there's not a lot going on, so you can kind of customize
Add
it
color to it if you want.
to your own. But it does have a different color scheme for every month. And then again, same weekly view where you've got your morning, afternoon, and evening. Put all of your notes.
I think they're all slightly different as far as like the design and the style.
Exactly. And the tabs are laminated here, so they hold up really well.
Oh yeah, nice.
And then I really love all of the customization that you can do. Megan actually has done a ton of videos on how you can spruce up your happy planners. So check those out on our YouTube channel. You can make little inserts and envelopes and dashboards
many things.
tons of things that you can add to your planners. And I know they've got more accessories coming out soon that I can't wait for, like a punch, and there's all different things that are going to be
bags
coming soon.
you can actually add to your planners. You can like insert all of your fun little
Right.
accessories and extras. So
And you better bet we are working with Me and My Big Ideas to get those here at
Oh,
Blitsy.
yeah.
So keep an eye out. I know that's kind of like the big thing right now is all the new planner accessories. So keep an eye out soon. But for now, you can get the planners for $7.99. So we've linked
Great
all three of
deal.
them below. Let us know what you guys are doing for your planning for 2016, and we'll check in with Emily in a couple minutes
Yeah.
on the chat.
awesome.
So those
so-
are your happy planners.
So kind of keeping in the same kind of like documenting, writing, I don't know. We have a ton of journals from Paper House. So these are all just plain journals with lined paper in them, so you can kind of document your thoughts, or if you're doing your Bible journal, you can find an appropriate journal that you like and kind of write down scriptures or whatever. But it's a great way to just to kind of capture your thoughts, your
And there's a lot of
ideas.
specialized themes kind of for these journals. So we thought that showing them here on live would be most appropriate because it's hard to tell in pictures how nice these actually are. So
all right.
we've pulled a bunch of them just to show you all the
We have
different
a lot
themes.
here. So first up, we have the Elvis King of Rock and Roll. So for all of you Elvis lovers out here, this is perfect.
I know someone who would love this.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I know. And I have a friend who's a big Elvis fan.
So maybe you need to grab it, Katie. And you can see here just, lined paper and kind of the Elvis theme throughout. And then we have, for all of you Walking Dead fans, we have the Zombie Hunter. The quote cracks me up. It says, "One to the head and the dead stay dead." If you watch Walking Dead, you know that is very accurate. So
I don't watch Walking Dead, so my first thought was my nephew would like this.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
he's like 7 years
Yeah,
old.
like into like
and,
skulls.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
So
once again, you can see kind of just the lined paper. We have a little more of a feminine one here with, what a fleur-de-lis. Fleur-de-lis, is that what you call that? Fleur-de-lis? And then damask. Someone help me with my English. So yeah, this is obviously a little more feminine.
What's great is the inside, the papers are lined, but they also have extra, it might be hard to see on the camera, but extra little detail in there as well.
Yeah, some of the
And
kind of
then
same theme throughout.
They also have these ribbon dividers in them too, all of them. So
Yeah, so you can keep track of, where you're writing. And then this one is a favorite of Norma here in the office.
this
She
one has been
loves-
claimed.
Yeah, she's like, I want the skull one. Or sugar skull is what they're called. So
Yeah.
this is what she's loving, and I love all the colors on here. And you can see this one has, bright orange papers, and once again, some little skeletons throughout, and some flowers.
And I like the neon ribbon
Yeah.
here that matches the front
Yeah.
cover with the black.
So Norma's got this one. Here's one. It says "The Sweet Life." Has a little bicycle here with some bunting. Once
Some
again,
glitter accents, which gotta love glitter.
yeah, you guys can see that. There's glitter on that. And then Wizard of Oz or Wicked, we have the witch here, and this one's a little bit different. It opens a little bit differently.
It has a magnetic closure
a
to
little
it.
closure to it. Some more glitter there, so you guys can see. Let's see. This one's pretty as well. Live simply, dream big. Be grateful, give love. Give love? Oh, and I thought maybe this one together. Give love,
Laugh
lots. like, oh, is this a whole sentence? No, just kidding. But I love the color. Just kind of like chalkboard effect there. And then a pretty green paper accents on the inside. And then we have our peace and love one here. Same kind of magnetic closure there as the Wicked one. And then this one has kind of light purple and little peace signs throughout. And this one's kind of an Asian inspired one. Once again, that kind of cool magnetic closure. And then some kind of bamboo, maybe little bonsai tree throughout there. And then we have a nice, pretty rose. You open up here. We have some roses throughout. Looks like maybe some kind of more pretty kind of fine detail there. And then last but not least, we have kind of another, it could be masculine, it could be feminine, whatever, but it's the Fender guitar journal, which is really cool, kind of vintage looking.
Yeah.
For all the musicians out there. And there's, once again, kind of some guitars.
Kind of like note
Yeah.
paper there where
That's
you can
really
put
cool.
your notes on.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're
Songs,
doing lyrics.
Yeah. So, lots to choose from the Paper House journals. And honestly, there is one in this pile for
everyone. It's
Yeah.
a good gift for
Yeah.
anyone. These can be used for just your everyday journaling. You can make lists in them. You can use it as a diary. They're great gifts. So check out all those journals. Again, tons of different themes, and they're really high quality.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something that you like in the Paper House journals. We've linked all of them below as well. So let us know which ones you guys are loving.
All right, I say we head over to Emily and see what people are chatting about over there. What's going on, Emily?
Hey, so people are really loving these journals. I think that they've all picked one out that they're gonna go order. They're like, I love this one, I love this one. I have a friend who wants this. Carissa said one of her daughters just started playing guitar, so the Fender one would be perfect for her.
Yes.
Like I think you could probably find one of these journals for pretty much anyone in your life, and you'd find like a theme that fit them perfectly.
Exactly.
We had on the Happy Planner sale, I do want to mention that in the sale right now, the Everyday as a Gift one is the only one that's currently showing up as available, but our team is working on adding those other two, so those should be up shortly so that you can get all three of them in that sale. Somebody asked when we were talking about planners, can you go over again what is a dashboard and like why do you use it in your planner?
Absolutely. So that's funny. We always get this
Yeah.
question when we're talking. I should not breeze over it because I forget that people have no idea what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. So a dashboard is oftentimes either the very first page in the beginning of your planner or in the beginning of a month. And it's meant for, do we have one in one of these? Hold on. We might. We don't, not in here. But basically, it can be just a plain piece of paper that's laminated or even not, but it serves as the dashboard for your planner, meaning that everything that you kind of go to on a regular basis. So post-it notes or quotes that you want to see or pictures that you want to see in the beginning of your month. The way that I explained it one time before was like the dashboard of your car. When you're driving in your car, and the dashboard is like everything that you need to glance at all the time. So you use your dashboard in your planner the same way, of like a quick glance of the things that you either want to see or need to see on a daily basis. So people customize them all the time. These have, I would kind of call these front pages the dashboard here. And then they've actually given you some prompts on this dashboard as well. So lots of people use them in different ways, but it's basically just the beginning of the planner or the beginning of the month dashboard view of what you need.
I like that you compare it to like the dashboard of your car. That's
Yes.
a really good way to
That's the easiest way to think about it, I think.
Yeah.
Good question. All right, so I think we're going to move on to the next topic, which is the Fiskars stamp press.
Yes.
Megan's going to show us how this actually works, and it comes in two sizes. We're going to show the smaller size, but there's a small and a large, so you can do the same thing with both, just on different scales.
That's right. So what's great about this Fiskars stamp press here is that it allows you, if you're wanting to, use your alpha stamps and you want to do a quote or a sentiment, it helps you get them nice and aligned, and then all you do is flip it over your paper and press down. So you could add obviously additional stamps, like I grabbed, let's see, where did I put it? I grabbed this little kind of flower, so I could add that, on the bottom of my little sentiment there, and it's a grid, so it helps you get everything nice and straight when you stamp. And it's just acrylic, just an acrylic piece of material here, and these are actually little kind of like almost like little sponges,
Foam
little
sponges,
foam sponges, so it allows you to press down, and obviously it will retract back up. So we'll just do a quick little stamp here. I just used, I don't think we have these exact stamps, but we have some other alpha stamps linked below. But these are Fiskars. These are kind of their script font. So that's what I'm using for my little stamp press here. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp up my sentiment there. And I just did be happy because,
Hey.
why not, right? a simple quote, but, you know, some of us need a reminder that, hey, be happy. You know?
And what I see
could be
here is
worse.
you're using 2 different colors, which is great.
Yes,
You can stamp
and
at the same time, but with 2 different.
And then this is the Color Box Crafter's Crafter's Spiced Plum. So obviously it's a little bit smaller, so I can kind of work with it without, you know, compromising what I just inked above. So all I'm gonna do now is flip this guy over on top of my paper. You want to make sure that you really press your stamp to your acrylic block there so it doesn't fall off like mine did. And then I'm just going to put it on top of my paper here. Let me scoot it up. Press it down and then lift up. And had that actually stuck, that would have been much better. But you can see that now we have,
It lines
it up. And I can maybe try again. See if we can like actually push this on there a little bit better so it doesn't fall off. But
I saw it starting to slide, and I should have said something, and I was like, it'll be okay.
You're like, let's see what happens. This could go really good or really bad, but, you know, you just got to give it an extra push. And I think we've used this one a lot, and sometimes you need to clean the back of your stamps off because they kind of lose the stickiness because of like dust and whatnot. So I think that's probably what happened with that guy. So stamp the top again and grab another piece of paper here.
That's why we bring 2, just in case.
You just never know. Hopefully this one cooperates. There we go. We'll put it down. Stamp it. I'll give this guy a nice little rub there. See, I need to push more on the bottom, but it's fine. Either way. You can see here if you wanted to like kind of mass produce a card or whatever.
It's great for sentiments like that, the be happy.
Yeah. So, and once again, I need to learn how to actually add ink to my stamp, but it's more so for your alpha stamps, getting things nice and straight and aligned and getting them aligned on your project.
So this would be really good if you were like mass producing cards and you wanted to do like be happier, happy
birthday,
Valentine's Day,
Mother's Day,
whatever your sentiment needs to be. You can just do them all over again and then customize the cards if you wanted to, or you could just make them all the same, however you want to do.
So this is the Fiskars punch or press here is great because it helps you align your letters with the grid here and then get it nice and straight. And then like Kay said, just keep on going. If you're making a bunch of cards, if you're doing like save the dates for a wedding, just keep stamping your way in. It makes it much easier than having to grab it and like redo every single one. So.
Yeah. And you get it perfectly aligned every time because of the grids.
That's
awesome.
Right.
So again, that's the Fiskars stamp press. We've got that linked right below to make it nice and easy for you guys. If you've used it, let us know how you've liked it. And if you haven't and you get it today, let us know in one of the future episodes what you guys are loving about it. And then we're going to move on to we've got two more things because we're going to do card making with jelly plates. These things are
magical.
Awesome. Magical. I didn't know much about them except for in our secret Facebook group not a long time ago, like a few weeks ago probably. And if you don't know what the secret Facebook group is, I'll let you guys know since you're watching us live. We have a secret Blitsy Addicts Facebook group that we basically just kind of use as a connection tool with all of you guys. Everyone can post any projects that they want. It's just a positive environment. We talk about the sales going on at Blitsy, and you can request products, and one of them was the jelly plates. That's where I first heard people wanting these was, when are you guys getting these jelly plates in? And so I talked with our buyers, and they were able to get them. Now, this is probably the second or third time that we've had them since that conversation, but I'm just starting now to have some time to learn about them, and oh my gosh, so cool. So Claudia did a quick card just to kind of give you an overview of how they work. We'll show you this video, and then we'll talk a little bit further about it. So check out the jelly plates quick video that we have on how to make a card.
By magical, like how cool are the jelly plates?
They really are. They are literally feel kind of like jelly. I don't know if we brought any out here, but
we didn't.
This is the card that you guys just saw being made in that video, and I'm going to show kind of on the overhead what that looks like in real life, because you see it on the video, but now you can kind of see she did all these shapes, and you can actually layer all of this together. So she just layered the shape here and then put some polka dots over it, and then all these different shapes, and so you can do a ton of different things with all these different geometric shapes, and they're just really, really cool.
Yeah, and I know she did a couple other ones that she did. I think she did a B for Blitsy, just similar kind of technique that she did with that card, but she used like tissue paper and like a punch, I think, on this one, and she just, and like, I think this was string, she just kept adding layers and kind of masking things. So
there's a video for this one as well with the monogram that she did, and I saw a few of these laying around the office. They're really, really cool. They're really easy to work with.
And she made it look so simple too. It's literally just like layering and then like putting like masking and layering. Yeah.
There's another little monogram there. It's kind of got a little like shimmer to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what's great about these, Claudia did a little write-up for me here. They're durable, they're really reusable, which is great, and they're easy to clean. I think they do recommend using acrylic paint to them just because they clean a lot easier. They're flexible, which means you can actually print on 3D surfaces, like if you want to do like a gift box. You can actually wrap it around the gift box, so a lot more.
Because they're like jellies.
Yeah, they're like we should have brought with. Yeah, it's a really cool texture. Obviously, very flexible. Endless possibilities. You can layer with ink, paint, and paste. So these things are just very simple looking, but what you get out of them is truly amazing. You can it makes you look like this amazing mixed media artist just by layering.
Okay, speaking of amazing mixed media artists, you just led me right into this. Teresa from our creative team did a blog post just yesterday. I think we posted it using the jelly plates, the Dilutions Black Creative Journal, and the acrylic paints that are kind of meant to go together. Holy cow, amazing. And she does a video where she's walking you through her whole process of how she's doing it, and mixed media art made easy with the jelly plates, the acrylic paints, and the Dilution Journal. You guys are going to...
I need to check. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I was watching it, and it's just amazing. So, Emily, if you can, link that in the comments so everyone can see Teresa's post using all of that. But you're going to be, between the card that we showed you on the video and what you watched that Teresa did, you're going to definitely want to get your hands on these jelly plates. They're really cool. So
yeah, hopefully you guys will check out the jelly plates. I think we have one more thing before we leave. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but today's actually Groundhog Day, and
did he see? Did
no,
you see a shadow?
He did not, which they say means an early spring, right? Which it feels like it's been spring this whole winter pretty much in Chicago. So I don't really know what that means, but
I'll take it.
I'll take it as long as it stays consistent. I'll take it. But to kind of end the show today, we have a really cute quick video to show you all about Groundhog Day. So check it out.
Take a look. So we'll leave you today with that super cute Groundhog Day puppet. Happy Groundhog's Day to everyone. Hopefully it's an early spring so we can get some sunny, beautiful weather. And thanks, guys, for joining us. Make sure you check out all of the sales that we've linked below and everything else we have available at Blitsy. Megan and I will be back on Thursday,
Right.
same time, same place, 10 o'clock Central. Thanks for joining, and we will see you then.
Take care.